Hello, welcome to Moment with Michael. Today I want to talk about approval seeking and ways it can create drama within your relationships. Oftentimes we want and need or think we need the approval of our partner, and sometimes we seek and get preoccupied with this need for reassurance or a sense of significance or a sense of being loved by our partner. And sometimes what we do as a result of approval seeking is that we tend to forget about who we are. We tend to walk away from our values, our beliefs, our opinions, just to feel loved and accepted by our partner. And I have to tell you, that is a big reason, or one of the biggest reasons that I've come across in coaching couples, is the need for that unconditional love and acceptance. And oftentimes we don't get it right away. And it's not done sometimes intentionally, but sometimes as a human being we can't give that unconditional love all the time because we're human beings. Although wanting to be accepted and wanting to be loved is, I think, a need God instilled in us, but He also instilled in us to go to Him first, to depend on more for that unconditional love. The Bible talks about agape love, to where we go to God, and then as we go to God with our hearts and our needs and our wants, it filters down into love to our partners. And oftentimes I realize that couples forget about that for one reason or another. It could be because of childhood wounds, or they just tend to get preoccupied with the relationship, or they're not in tune with God as much as they need to be. And they rely way too much on their partner to provide that approval. Again, it's not a bad thing to go to your partner and say, hey, do you love me? It's important to show one another unconditional love. But when you make that partner your idol, when you make that partner your God, and you put God on the back burner, and you put your partner on that pedestal, that's when we start creating drama in our relationships. You know, we need to make sure that we are independent but yet dependent. And a word that it was created out of that sense of need to be independent and a sense to be dependent in your relationships is called interdependency. That's where you have the I, the you, and the we. You have your sense of self, your partner has a sense of him or herself, and then you have a sense of we. That's really important to remember, that there are two people in a relationship. There's you and then the other person, and that creates your dynamic. That creates a couple. Oftentimes too, I see that when you can't gain the person's approval, your partner's approval, you tend to say things you don't mean. You tend to act in ways that aren't real or authentic. And then you get your partner to think that, yeah, I'm in tune, I'm on board with this, but deep inside your heart and your soul, you're like, I'm against this. And as a result, drama is created because you can only bury your sense of self, your real self, the person who God created you to be, for so long. God might be saying going left, and you feel strong in your spirit, and your partner saying no, we stay still, and we don't communicate it, we don't talk about it. Then guess what? Drama will definitely occur. My suggestion to you for that is, if you feel a disagreement, or if you feel that your views and opinions are conflicting, just sit down and talk about it. Pray through it. Talk through the differences. Talk through the opinions and the values. Just don't let it. Just don't bury it. That right there, I mean, unless you want drama. If you want drama, just bury what you want and need, and just go along to get along, and watch what happens to your relationship. People seem to respect a person more when they stand up for their values, when they put their stake in the sand and say, hey, these are my opinions, these are my weaknesses, and you personally accept them. And that's really important to keep in mind as you're in a relationship with your partner, that you always maintain that focus, that you are who you are, and that you are designed in a specific way. You have a different mindset, you have different views on things, and that it's okay to have a differing opinion. We have to keep in mind too that worrying about what other people think doesn't allow you to live out your own values and beliefs as you should. And when you put, again, a concern or get preoccupied with your partner and what they think and feel, and you forget your own, guess what? The drama cycle will begin. Now, keep in mind, approval seeking and people pleasing gives people power and control over your choices and decisions. And you know what? I strongly suggest that you don't do this. But if you want drama, put the other person's opinion above you. Put their life above you. I mean, you're definitely going to be guaranteed drama. And I don't mean to be wise about this, but some of this is so common sense, but we forget about this. The other thing that I want you to keep in mind is that God designed truth to be beautiful and valuable. We need to prefer honesty over deception because it will allow you to be transparent and real. And life seems to have more value and meaning when you choose to be truthful with your partner. Now, keep in mind that lies will definitely weigh you down and it'll definitely prevent you from building confidence. And definitely when you pretend to be someone you're not, you will not bear fruit in your relationship. Also, too, God wants you to live in truth so that you can grow into His image. In order to do this, you need to respect and value what's true for you. Wake up each day with the attitude of, I'm going to be my best self today. No matter what my partner thinks, no matter what anybody thinks. That I'm going to be pleasing to God, I'm going to be my best, and period. That's it. Always tell it like it is and stop repressing your real self. Now, again, if you want drama to stay out of your relationship, both of you need to make an agreement. And listen, here's the agreement. That you are honest, that you will be honest with one another, that you will share your honest opinion with one another, create a way to be able to talk through disagreements, but don't bury who you really are. That is not a God-centered relationship. That is not a way to build a strong foundation. Jesus said it in the gospel of John, and He said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free." And if your partner or you can't handle the truth, you need to talk about that. Truth is what's going to build a strong relationship. Truth is what love is grounded in. And I know I'm not an expert in this by no means, but I know for me, when I'm honest with myself and I'm honest with others, things seem to go a lot smoother in my relationships. So with that being said, I want you to really take a look at your relationship and ask yourself, am I trying to please him or her, or am I trying to please God? And here is the trick. Here's the truth. Here's the key. Listen, when you put God first and you apply His principles to your relationship, God will make your relationship blossom. Your relationship will grow to be what you want it to be. You can design the relationship that you want, but I would definitely go by God's principles. And ask yourselves, again, are we doing this? Are we not being honest with one another as we should be? So, many blessings to you. I hope this information was helpful. This you're going to be able to find in my upcoming book, God's Healing Hands for Couples, How to Keep Drama from Overtaking Your Relationship. I'll be providing 50 ways to prevent any sort of drama from entering your relationship. Again, thank you for listening, and take care. Thanks, bye.